Well, it's interesting. Obviously, you talk about beginning of the end. So then you start looking to the other side, the beginning of the beginning, for in Mbappe's case, because he's obviously been doing quite well at PSG now, and for France as well. And now he's stated that he doesn't really want to sign a new contract extension at PSG because he doesn't know where his future lies, and he doesn't want to commit to PSG. And then a year from now, he says, "Well, I have an offer from another club. Let me go there." And it's interesting considering now that they've got Pochettino there, who's just joined. So you start wondering, does that have an influence or not? But now, and this was a question that I posed on TikTok yesterday, was where do you think Mbappe would go if he left PSG?
Well, immediately just by his prestige and just by his name, if he's not, it depends now. Like he still has 1 year left.
Yeah.
Right. So at this point, no one's going to buy him. That's not happening. So it's obviously everyone's going to wait until the end of the season, and then everyone will flood. So everyone will have the opportunity to try and get a hold of him, and then he'll have his pick of whoever's interested. But I could probably see the likes of Bayern Munich. I could see Barcelona. 100% Barcelona will be looking, especially with Koeman's agenda to revitalize the squad with a young set of players. So that makes sense for Barcelona. But if I would think that Mbappe basically was saying he wants to play with Ronaldo. I think.
So you think he'd go to Juventus? That would certainly be an interesting lineup.
I think it's possible. It's because he'll be on a free. It's open to everyone, so everyone will try and take their pick. But the more interesting question is why he doesn't want to stay at PSG. I think that's the thing I'm curious about, because you've got obviously new manager, so it's going to be a little bit of, that he's going to bring in his own players, so there's going to be change. It's not like if it was Tuchel, it's basically going to be the same squad.
So you're saying that Mbappe is worried that Pochettino is going to replace him with Dele Alli?
I mean, it could be anything that he's worried about with Poch. I don't know if it's that, but maybe he just doesn't have confidence in PSG being a Champions League winning team and maybe the best team for his future. Maybe he wants to get out of La Ligue or Liga and move on to more challenging.
That was going to be my suggestion. Does he want to go and prove himself in England or in Spain or in Germany?
Very much could be.
Because I could see him at Real Madrid. I think if I remember correctly, he's spoken about his dream is to play for Madrid.
Yeah.
So that for me just by default would be an option. But I could see him at Liverpool. I think he would fit their system very well.
That's interesting. I mean,
do I think Liverpool would go after him? I know all the Liverpool fans would want him to, and they've obviously had the speculation of Mbappe moving to them. But do I think Liverpool would go for him? Obviously, a couple of months ago, Salah, there's all of that going on with Salah, but Salah wanting to leave Liverpool. So I guess that would be your perfect replacement almost for Salah, is to bring him Mbappe. But I could see Barcelona happening, being that rebuild.
But what you're saying with Real Madrid also makes sense, especially with Zidane, more French, Benzema at the top there as well. Benzema's getting old, and anyone would take Mbappe over Benzema. No, he's playing well, but it still is quite interesting that he's saying this at PSG, because PSG is it's a reputable team. I mean, obviously they've
Champions League final last year.
So I think it'll be interesting to see where he goes, and obviously a great addition to any squad. So definitely keeping an eye on that.